I would like to know something about you.
Okay, sure. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Hi, this is Narinder Kaur. I hail from Rampur, UP. As far as my academic credentials are concerned, I am postgraduate in English literature and I am married and have kids. Basically, I am a homemaker. But before COVID, I used to do some singing programs and anchoring in AIR Akashvani Radio Rampur. I am a radio jockey. I was quite free these days, so nowadays I'm working on my communication skills. These days I'm interacting with other YouTubers. So I am a YouTuber too. I'm running a YouTube channel named English with Narinder Kaur Gabbi. That's all about me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's a lot to learn and listen. That's a great. And if you want to know something about me, I would love to
Yes,
say.
yes, please. Yes, please introduce yourself.
Okay, so as you can see my name on the display, my name is Travan Madhesera, and I am connecting to you from the city of Gorakhpur from Uttar Pradesh. If I talk about my education, I am just graduate. And apart from these, I also have created a YouTube channel where I try to polish my conversation skills and communication skills as well. Apart from these, if I talk about my hobbies, so my hobbies are to watch podcasts, listen music, spend some of the hours daily basis on the Spotify, as well as I love to do these kind of conversation video on the daily basis. So that's all about me.
Okay, very glad to know about you. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you start your speaking journey? First of all, tell me about it.
If frankly speaking, to be very consistent, I am consistent since 5 months. And but for the 3 months earlier, I was very much consistent. I was uploading same like conversational videos on the daily basis on the my YouTube channel. But after 3 months, I took some break, and due to which I feel that I am lacking with my practice because when you start living doing practice, you feel that you lose your fluency, and I feel that. So I realize and I feel the guilt for that why did I not having that kind of sessions. But due to some personal reasons I was not able to do sessions. But now after a 2 months gap, I just come back again on the YouTube channel and doing this kind of conversational videos. So actually, because what happens when you do daily practice, you feel that kind of fluency in your conversations, and that's what I'm
Yes.
doing right now, and I want to keep continue this journey. Because what do you think that if you really are not doing sessions like this, do you feel that you are lacking somewhere or other?
Yes, definitely. You are absolutely right here. If we do not consistent about, regarding different language that, especially speaking English, especially our spoken part, if we are not consistent to speak with other YouTubers or with co-learners or with strangers, so I think we are lacking practice. So I think if we want to fluent English speakers, so consistency and daily practice matters a lot.
Yeah, somewhere or other, if you're not doing video sessions, try to do self talk as well. You can do that
Yes.
because so it means that if you're very good at English but you are not doing practice at least for the 1 month, you are finished. Is it true?
Yes, yes. It is also, if I compare with, if you want to lose my weight, if you want to running or walking to lose my weight, if I'm not consistent to do, walking on the daily basis, so I think I regain weight as I reduce in my initial days. So same like that, it is
Yeah.
also, consistency and continuously speaking English plays a vital role for fluent English speaking. So it is also my perception. So you are absolutely right here. So what difficulties did you face in your initial days?
Okay. First of all, I want to say that you said the very true thing. I was relating that thing. When I was going to the gym continuously, I feel that I'm just improving. I'm just feeling that kinds of vibes in my body. Or whether I'm going for the running, I was feeling that kind of things. And once you start not doing that kind of things, you also feel that kind of weight gaining and something like that. And I think that's
Yes.
the same thing we feel into the spoken part. And you asked
Yes.
that in your initial phase, what kind of difficulties you face. Even today, I face many kinds of difficulties. So my most, I think the one of the most difficulties that I faced often, that is the lack of thoughts. Sometimes I want to make a story, like you ask something, I want to give answers. you see now someone sometimes what happens when you ask a question to your partner or your opponent with whom you are talking, he gives answer within one line or two lines. So that's the same things I was doing in my past, and I want to improve that. Like whenever you are talking with someone, you have to at least give 5 lines or 10 lines answers. What
Hmm.
happens when you give only one line answer? Like you ask me, what was the difficulty you were facing in your past? I said, ma'am, lack of thoughts I was facing. So it doesn't make any sense in between the conversations. Conversations is a two-way conversations. You have to also say something. It can be your. So for that, I work on my storytelling ability. I watch multiple kinds of story, English stories on the YouTube channel, like how to narrate a story, how to talk to or how to initiate a conversation. And still, I'm just working on this part. So if you have something to say to me as a suggestion, so you can tell me that how can we avoid the lack of thoughts that we face on the daily basis in between the conversations.
Yes,
How
yes,
to
you are
avoid, ma'am?
absolutely right. Yes, actually, if we are thinking to improve our communication skills, so we should also know how to elaborate our thoughts. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if someone asks us, then you have to give answer. Suppose if you are, if I am asking to you one question about you, then you describe yourself in 5 words. So you have to take 5 words, and also you have to take 5 sentences regarding that one word. So you have to know how to, elaborate your sentences. So it doesn't matter. I'm asking to you. You have to give only the 5 words for me, or you have to give your answer in only 5 words. You have to learn how to elaborate your sentences in a correct manner. So suppose, okay, I'm giving you, okay, I'm doing practice with you. I'm giving you, then describe yourself, your personality, and whatever you learned till now. You have to elaborate yourself in 5 words. Okay, tell me.
Okay, so I have
First
to elaborate
quality
like what
that you
what I
feel
have.
like that you have, yes, one quality. If you feel like that you have 5 qualities in your personality. So what are the 5 qualities are there in your personality?
Okay, so do you want to from me to tell in the number like the number one qualities, or do you
Yes,
want to elaborate these thoughts? Can I
yes, you
elaborate
have
it?
to elaborate also. You have to elaborate also.
Okay, so usually in order to learn the English language, first of all, what I was doing earlier that I was watching a lot of Hindi to English translation videos on the YouTube channel, you know, and from that watching to Hindi to English translation videos, it was helped me a lot. Then I come back on the grammar part, and I thought that if I will be very good at grammar, I will be able to speak English. And for grammar, to learn grammar, I waste my a lot of times on the grammars to learn tenses, phrases, because conversations is totally the different part. Despite having a great knowledge of the grammar, you can't be a fluent speaker. For having a fluent speaker, you should have a great listening power and a great skill, like how you can articulate your thoughts. The art of conversations, you should have any idea, like how we can initiate a talk, how we can end a talk. So this kind of mindset you should have. So what I thought when I was feeling some lack of thoughts, how I fulfill this, I start reading a lot. What happens when you read a lot? You I went onto the Wikipedia and I read about each and every topic. It doesn't matter on which topic I am reading. I read on anything that comes, whether it's an article, whether it's an post about any university, whether it's an post about the health sector, education sector, science sector. I love to read. What happens when you read a lot? Your minds will becomes intelligence. You should
Okay.
have, like, if you have some basics qualities about each and everything, or about some basics knowledge about each and everything, you will be able to articulate your thoughts. So that's where I worked a lot. And nowadays I'm feeling that if you do reading a lot, you will be able to narrate a story or build a story in front of anyone. So that's what I think
Okay.
is the ability
First,
of
one
me. Yeah.
quality. Yes. Okay, great. One quality is book lover. Okay. Second.
Second thing, yeah, I love to watch a lot and a lot podcast. What happens, Hindi and English both, because if you sometimes watch Hindi podcast, you also learn some things and you can convert that in English. So I love to watch podcast a lot because through podcast I learned a lot. The third thing I do in order to learn English, and that is my ability, I think, is to spend some time on the Spotify. Whenever I go onto the bed, I put my earphone into the ear and listen anything on the Spotify. What happens? Whatever you listen or do in the night, it keeps your memory. In subconscious way, it's fulfill your memory in such a powerful way that you will be able to articulate your thoughts. You will be able to speak anything in a subconscious way. So this was my third tips. If I talk about my fourth tips, then that is the self-talk. I record, like whenever I don't do any sessions, I try to record a sessions and try to watch it later so that I can find out my mistake and I try to eradicate that. So this is the
Okay.
fourth and five tips is that I every day I try to work on my body language. I try to work on my voice. I try to work on my pitch. And these kind of things I am just learning in order to learn English. So you can say this is my five ability on which I am working and till the life I will be working. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Only the one thing you want to remove in your personality. Do you think that there is only one thing you want to remove?
Ma'am, there are many things that I want to avoid, but if you say right now the one thing, sometimes I speak very fast. Whenever I watch my video later, I realize that I am speaking fast, and with the person I am talking, he is not able to understand. So I feel some kind of guilt. I try to speak slow, but I don't know. I don't have the hold on my horses. I try to be calm and decent, but I don't know why I'm not able to do that. But I am trying to be calm and cool. Yeah.
Okay.